Deputy Chancellor, members of the University, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Over the 50 or so graduation ceremonies I've attended during my career, my job included pronouncing as correctly as I could, in total several thousands of sometimes very complex names of graduates who have come from all over the world. This was a very scary task and performed immaculately by Valerie today. I did think on retirement that would be the end of scary tasks for me, but thinking about this speech today turns out to be even more scary. Wish me luck. I want to say, though, that even after being at so many graduation ceremonies, I still think of them as one of the finest and most significant days on the university calendar. For our graduates today, all that hard work, the lectures, tutorials, exams, laboratory sessions, reports and theses all come together for you for a great result. For university staff also, one of the main aims of our work is to graduate our students, to provide you with the education and skills which we hope will equip you to help make the world a better place. We take enormous pride in our graduates. You, after all, to a very great extent, are our university. Our current and future reputation rests on the quality of our graduates as you develop your careers around the world. You have earned your qualifications and you can rightly be very proud of what you have achieved. But what now? You have your degree, a major milestone, but only one of many throughout your lives. You've got the rest of your lives to live and to do something with. Maybe now is a good time to think in general terms about strategies which might help guide your decision making. Now, the university has a strategic plan, and I'm not going to read it all out to you, you'll be relieved to know, but perhaps its first sentence is worth reflecting on at times like today. The university states that its mission is to be a global leader in discovery and learning, working to transform people and the world we live in. Discovery and learning to transform people and the world we live in. Pretty grand aim. But we can, I would say we must, all contribute our little bits to this rather grand aspiration. If we don't even aspire to transform the world we live in to make it better, there's no chance of it happening. Particularly you, as engineering and information science graduates, you have the training to reason from effect to cause, to weigh up and test evidence, to sort out fact from fiction, to, in the science and technology domains, distinguish rhetoric and fantasy from reality. In a world where the internet can spread nonsense, alternative facts and fake news around the world in seconds, we desperately need clear thinking and able people to sort out the real from the false and to inject intelligence and evidence into discussions to give us all the best chance of finding thoughtful and effective solutions to problems. And problems there are a lot of. Let's consider for a moment some of the universal problems the world we live in is going to be faced with in the future. A growing world population is one of them. There will be 9.6 billion people in the world by 2050, compared with about 7 billion now. Just to give one of many consequences of this, some developing countries are finding that their urban populations are expanding by about the equivalent of the whole of Australia's population every 6 months. This will continue to happen for at least the next 30 years, producing many megacities of a size we've never seen before. This is the world we will live in. Such massive change as this will affect everyone, even if you're not living in or near a megacity, because it fundamentally changes the world's dynamics. It changes trade patterns, it changes the raw materials needs that for so long have underpinned Australia's economy. It changes social structures and where we work and what we work at, and potentially introduces social dysfunction, instability and conflict which will cross international borders. Where will our future water, energy and food supplies come from to offer everyone an acceptable quality of life? And if water, food, energy supply, health and population growth isn't enough, there are many other problems to be going on with: climate change, sustainability, environmental degradation and so on. So who's going to contribute to the design and operation of this future world? Well, you, our graduates, are. I'm not suggesting that you will all be working on the design of megacities or in water, health and energy, though many of you will be. But inevitably, we will all be affected to some extent by these irreversible, unstoppable and momentous world-scale changes. Debates of variable quality will rage over the internet and elsewhere about what to do and who's responsible and who will pay for what. As engineers and scientists and mathematicians and IT experts, you have a particular responsibility and substantial capability to contribute constructively and effectively and with some confidence to debates in technical areas. This is because you know well from your degree experiences that based on the scientific method and your willingness and capability to honestly compare theories with practice to see if the theories work, that theories can be objectively tested and solutions found. It is possible to discern fact from fiction, and this makes truth less susceptible to manipulation. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea to be involved in public debates, of course, but by 1,000 little actions, we are all also involved in transforming the world we live in, whether we mean to or not. Everything we do will have some effect. The food we choose to eat, the quality and quantity of things we consume, the amount of energy, water and consumables we use, the values we impart to our children, the way we influence our employers, the processes and products and methods we choose in carrying out our jobs. It all has an effect. What effects do you want to have? How will you go about using your skills in, to quote the university's mission again, discovery and learning to transform people and the world we live in, both in your daily lives and in your careers? If you don't speak up and act for the good of the world, who is going to? I'm not saying your whole life has to be steeped in strategic plans and mission statements or deep philosophical agonising, or that you should try and change the world tomorrow. It's going to take a long time and a lot of people. And this is all compatible with earning a living, having kids, going to parties, having great holidays and so on. Work-life balance for each of you is also essential. Balancing all this might seem to be a pretty big ask. It is, but don't despair. We humans have a lot going for us. Humanity is very resilient, incredibly imaginative, creative and innovative. You've proven that you have these capabilities and you have a whole life in front of you. I'm sure you'll do your best to use it wisely. The future will be largely in your hands. So congratulations to all of you and to your parents, friends, families and cheer squads who helped you along the way. I hope you leave here today with a great sense of optimism and excitement. The world certainly needs you. I wish you the very best for your future.